YouTube and Twitter at Savannah News TV. Tune in and watch Savannah News TV. We are live. Savannah News TV. We create awareness about our place in Africa. Savannah News TV. We are distinct, we are focused, we deliver top-notch news in Savannah News TV. Equitable reporting without fear or favor. Savannah News TV. To set positive change for us and our environment is our aim. Savannah News TV. Tune in and watch Savannah News TV. We are live. Savannah News TV. Our CEO Chris Radekonde Oluchimi Jabo. Savannah News TV. Gemi Leke, I'm a living witness. Keep watching Savannah News TV. Like and subscribe to our page on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Savannah News TV.
Yeah, good morning, viewers across the world. Sorry, I went to take my coffee from the kitchen. Good morning, my viewers across the world. You are welcome to Savannah News Television. Today is March 6th, 2022. A glorious Sunday we have today, and as usual we'll be going on to the happenings of Nigeria through our paper review, and also on this segment, as usual, we'll be having an expert to discuss some issues arising in our Nigerian space. And today we'll be discussing what are the headline on about the super cops, our super cops in Nigeria. That is Deputy Commissioner of Police Abba Kyari, and we'll be having a lawyer, a legal luminary, a lawyer, a barrister at law who is who knows better than us on the issue of Abba Kyari, and we'll be trying to get across to him to throw more light on what is really going on Abba Kyari's issue. Having said that, we will quickly go on to today's news that are making headlines. First of all, we will go into to the Punch newspaper of today, March 6th, 2022. As I said, the caption there, first caption there is US to offer Kyari legal representation, keeps mom on extradition. The Department of Justice of the United States of America has declined comment on the planned extradition of suspended Deputy Commissioner of Police Abba Kyari. The Justice Department, however, reiterated that Kyari is facing charges filed in 2021, which led to his indictment, adding that he will be offered legal representation in the US. That is, to face his charges, the US government will provide him with lawyers to defend himself. You know, US is like that. They will always give you opportunity for you to defend yourself. From the Abba Kyari's case now, we go still on the Punch newspaper. We move now to still on the Punch newspaper. We now move again to another news in the Punch newspaper. How Operation See and Buy Deny Me PDP governorship ticket. Oni, that is coming from former Governor Oni of Ekiti State. That is from the Punch of today, actually. And from the Punch, we will now move on to the Vanguard Live newspaper. Electricity employees allege invasion of facilities by IDPs. You can get that on the Punch, on the Vanguard newspaper. Why governors should be given more security control. That is coming from a Plateau commissioner. Go and get that in the Vanguard of today. 2023 election. Resist being used for do-or-die politics, ballot snatching. Ambassador Buratai tax Nigerians youth. Who is this Ambassador Buratai? Is it the former Chief of Army Staff? Well, go and see that caption in the Vanguard of today. Lagos hospital abandoned my husband inside ambulance to die. Bereaved wife. Let us see that story fully and see who is that person. Fresh facts emerged on the circumstances that led to the death of a 48-year-old artisan, Sheun Tijani Atekpasile, who fell from the water tank he was repairing on a building situated in Bagada. So he fell on the water tank, and the wife now is accusing the wife of the disease, who could not hold back tears, spoke on Sunday Vanguard, saying her husband died inside ambulance at loot premises 6 hours after he was brought to the hospital without being attended to. That is serious. That is serious. I think before I continue with this news review, I think it's pertinent I should bring in our barrister at law. He's a lawyer, is situated in the southwest of Nigeria. I think we should bring him in to let us discuss this Kyari issue. Then from there, I will continue with the remaining of the headline news. Let me try and get across to him. When he comes in, he will introduce himself. I think got him. And oh, I think we got him. What is that now? Sorry, try to just. Okay, I think. Okay, I think we got him. Yeah, I think in a short while now I'll be bringing on this studio our barrister. When he comes in, he will introduce himself fully to the audience. Let me bring him on now. Good morning, barrister.
From the part of the world, I say good afternoon, good day.
Yeah, good morning from here. How are you today? The audience wants to know who is on this platform. Please, can you kindly introduce yourself to the audience across the world, please?
Thank you very much. My name is Wale Abimbola. I'm a legal practitioner based here in Akure, Ondo State, and of course a public affairs analyst and civic commentator. It's my pleasure to be here once again.
Thank you, Barrister Abimbola. You are welcome to Savannah News Television.
It's always my pleasure.
And thank you for your time, and we appreciate you. Anytime we call on you, you are always there for us.
Thank you so very much.
Yeah, I would say that quickly. We have an issue here that is disturbing most Nigerians, and we want to know the legal implication. And it's about the Deputy Commissioner of Police Abba Kyari's case. Last year, he has a case where he was indicted for conspiracy with Hush Puppy on this their money scam, and that period, the government of Nigeria vehemently refused to release Abba Kyari to go to the US to answer his charges. And along the line again, as fate will have it, a criminal will always be a criminal. As that was still lingering in the minds of Nigerians and people across the world, this same Abba Kyari again was caught in the act of cocaine deal via the NDLEA. And as we speak now, he's in the custody of the NDLEA, and we learned he has been charged to court for 8 count charges. And of a sudden, the government that refused to release him before for extradition, they are now mopping up their own file. They have now accepted to extradite him to the US. Now, there are 2 things here. The extradition to face the charges in the US of a case of last year, and the court charges here of the case of this year between him and the NDLEA. Please, we Nigerians are confused here. We don't know what is happening, and that's why we say we should seek your expertise on this matter, Barrister.
Yes, thank you very much. The case of Mr. Abba Kyari is another sad commentary on the Nigerian police system and the security system. Sad because this is a man that many often describe as a super cop. This is a man that at a point got a standing position of the Nigerian House of Reps for what he thought was his sterling performances, in dealing with crimes and criminality. So whatever is happening to him today is another side reminder, the title of that book written by the Ghanaian professor Aliko Yama, that the British ones are not yet born. Because this was a man that mainly were looking at as a future IGP that within the Nigerian police has some shining light. Unfortunately, here we are. You see, there are 2 cases. There are 2 cases that you have pointed out there. His involvement, his alleged involvement with Ramon Abbas, also known as Hush Puppy, and this other corporate criminality. Which culminated, over some 1.1 million dollar scam, you know, and again, which culminated in the suspension of the police, you know, in July 2021 by the IGP, Mr. Akali, you know, and he was also alleged for the sum of $20,000 was $20,000 was alleged to have been paid into Abba Kyari's personal account on 10 January 2020, and there are voice calls and WhatsApp conversation between Mr. Kyari and the man referred to as Hush Puppy. You know, and as this progress in the US, the information and the indication of the whole world is that Hush Puppy has pleaded guilty, you know, to the charges against him, you know, in exchange, you know, for what we call plea bargain. And of course, a man who is going to be offered that such a plea bargain will have agreed to some time, maybe to sing, you know, and mention names of those who are his confederates in criminality. And unfortunately, for Mr. Abakiari, his name surfaced, and he himself even agreed, you know, admitted to have been a kind of fashion courier between Mr. Hushpuppi and you know, and a designer, you know,
a commissioner of police. Imagine.
Yes, which has raised more questions than answers.
It's shameful.
Why should a man who is supposed to be a crime preventer, you know, be an agent of a man who I can conveniently call a criminal now, because others are not, for example, a person is presumed innocent until found guilty, and a person is presumed innocent until found guilty by a court of law. And in the case of Hushpuppi, he has pleaded guilty, which means he has been convicted. So I'm able to describe him as a criminal at this point. But in the case of Abba Kyari, where as it is today, he remains innocent until the contrary is proved. Yes. While this was ongoing, again on 14th February 2022, the conventional and social media were awash again with the unfortunate, yet unfortunate case of Abba Kyari being involved, being indicted or being detained by the NDLEA, which other new leadership of Brigadier General Marwa, you know, for attempting to sell 25 kg of cocaine seized from drug peddlers, you know, and I think the evidences were high and weighed so much against Mr. Kyari.
Very glaring, very glaring, very glaring. There's video footage, there's everything.
Very glaring, but as a lawyer, and this person is presumed innocent and it's contrary to truth. But the evidence that has been presented is one that, you know, that makes it imperative for Mr. Kyari to have his day in court, you know, and defend himself in the defense to put forward. So, consequently, an eight-count charge has been filed against him before a federal high court, and is due for arraignment on the 7th of March, which should be a few days, maybe 2 or 3 days from today.
No, that's tomorrow. That's tomorrow, Monday, this Monday.
No. 7th should be Tuesday. It's due for arraignment on Tuesday, 7th of March. You know, so now the question now is this. The question is this.
No, barrister. 7th is Monday, sir. 7th is Monday. Today is 6th. Today is 6th. Yes, it's tomorrow.
Today is 6th. Yes, you are correct.
It's tomorrow.
You are very correct.
Just tomorrow here.
I take it back.
We are because our correspondents are already in Abuja to cover the event for our viewers.
You are absolutely correct. I apologize for that mix-up. I was thinking that today is 5th. So it's due for arraignment tomorrow on 7th of March 2022, and it now becomes the question of between the chicken and the egg, which comes first. You know, between the US case and the NDLEA case, which one comes first? Now, the issue of extradition is also pending before a court now. You know, it's up to the court to decide whether he ought to be extradited to the US. You recall that the AG, Baka Balami, last week Wednesday, agreed, eventually came up with the fact that they have seen that the case against him is neither racial nor political, neither racially nor politically motivated. That there are, of course, there are actually paraphrasing cases against him that he needs to respond to in the US. And I think what many of us have been saying since the beginning of this whole saga was that Mr. Kyari has declared an opportunity to put his enemies to shame once and for all by going to the US to go and tell the whole world that look, I've been lied against.
With free visa, free accommodation, free flight. What Nigerians are looking for.
Yeah, to go and put the world to shame. I mean, we were all alive when Dr. Hill was seeking the second term president of the African Development Bank, and there were investments from the West here and there, alleging him of corruption, but they were eventually proved wrong. And Mr. Dr. came out stronger, better, and was returned to that office.
Yeah.
So Mr. Kyari had this golden opportunity to make the whole world know that he still remains the super cop that he has been touted to be. But in the face of this NDLEA indictment, the question now is, like I said, it's now a question of between the egg and the chicken, which one comes first. Which should literally attend to first. If eventually the courts, rule in favor of an extradition, well, the case of the NDLEA that does not run against the state. Some people are still, many people, some years are still being convicted and sentenced to prison for offenses committed during the Second World War. So kind of not run against the state in cases of crime. So I personally would have loved to see Mr. Kyari on that flight to the US.
No, Barrister.
Yes.
Barrister, tomorrow now, as a lawyer, tomorrow, Abba Kyari is appearing before a judge tomorrow.
Yes.
And tomorrow, if the judge said that Abba Kyari should be remanded in prison, pending the case, because the case tomorrow is the case of between him and NDLEA. NDLEA. Yeah, federal government. Yeah. So how about tomorrow if he's being remanded in prison, pending, the case is now ongoing. How do you think the extradition will come into place for a man that has been remanded in prison, having a case ongoing for drug related issue?
Yes. You see, let's start this way. It is very unconventional to see a serving police officer facing criminal allegations without being without first being taken through an ordinary trial. I believe by now that process ought to have been activated. That Mr. Kyari has been issued a query, and they are ought to, because a man that is still wearing the uniform of the Nigerian police, a senior officer, a deputy commissioner of police, represents a lot, about the image and the perception of the world about the Nigerian police. So, personally, I was a retired DIG on National Television not too long ago. We were saying that by their practice and tradition and convention in the police, that the moment a person is due to appear before a court for a criminal allegation, that the first thing that ought to be done at all is for that person to be dismissed, not suspended, to be dismissed from the Nigerian police, so that he will answer those charges in his personal name, not in his capacity as a police officer. So we are expecting what the Police Service Commission and the police hierarchy will do between now and tomorrow morning concerning the status of Mr. Abba Kyari.
But Barrister, don't you think that the police still felt Abba Kyari is innocent? That's why they have not dismissed him from the police?
Yes, but before a person can be charged before a court, the prosecuting agency ought to have seen a prima facie case made against him. So yes, in law is presumed innocent, but in fact, as a matter of fact, the moment he is wearing that uniform of the Nigerian police officer and is standing criminal trial, his status has changed. He will be charged to court not as DCP Abba Kyari but as Mr. Abba Kyari. So ordinarily, the police has an internal working. They have an internal system. I think it is. I don't know whether it is General Marwa's NDLEA that has now triggered or that has activated the preliminary process of the Nigerian police. Because ordinarily, right from the day Mr. Kyari was linked to the Ospopi saga, the police has initially raised a panel headed by D.I.G. Bunuki. The report of which panel we have not seen as we speak. So we expect that they are all the police having done their home work. We see in Nigeria there is always this conspiracy theory. We hope that the police is not trying to shield or to protect one of its own, from facing prosecution. Because by now we expected that the report of the Ebunike panel and every other panel, investigative panel conducted by the police, ought to have been out.
No, Barrister, their plan was to kill that story. That is the story between Abba Kyari and the Hush Puppy. Their plan in the police anarchy and the government of Nigeria was to kill that thing, to die a natural death, right? As Hush Puppy be going to jail.
I will take that as speculative, but
yeah, well, as we are journalists. We are journalists. You are a lawyer. We are journalists, so we go extra mile for our own fact findings. I'm sure you are following us. I'm sure you are following us on Savannah News Television. We have been saying it even before the cocaine saga that involved him now. We have been saying it that Abba Kyari was still in service, because our own investigative journalism has revealed that Abba Kyari was still working. And if you are following us on this platform, I continue saying that Abba Kyari is still in service. He's still working. Abba Kyari was posted to the villa. That is just the truth I'm telling you. And from there, he was still coordinating his boys. And today we are vindicated when the issue of the cocaine saga came up, because he was still in charge. And up to this moment, Abba Kyari, we don't know whether he's going to appear tomorrow as Mr. Abba Kyari or as Deputy Commissioner of Police Abba Kyari. Up to this moment, few hours from now, he'll be appearing in court. Is he going to appear in uniform? Is he going to appear as a police officer? Is he going to appear as his own personality? Abba Kyari. That is the lapses.
So that's exactly what I said. That all eyes are on the police hierarchy and the police service commission. Now between now and tomorrow morning, we want to see what step they will have taken and relate to the position of DCP Abba Kyari. Because the man we are going to see in the dock is not a service of Abba Kyari, is a dismissed officer of the Nigerian police, who also has a right to challenge his dismissal in court as a later they did it. So we expect that the image of the police will not be dented by seeing a serving deputy commissioner of police appearing before a court on a criminal allegation, videos of which were viral all over the place. Has been a drug peddler, has been a drug courier, has been a man who is supposed to be the one preventing the trafficking of drugs, as it were, now being in the center of drug merchandising. So by tomorrow, between now and tomorrow morning, all eyes will be everywhere to see what the hierarchy of the police comes out with.
No, Barrister. Yes. You said AIG Ebonike report is not out, but I'm telling you that it's out. The report is out. The report came out before the cocaine saga. The report was this. They said the punishment for Abba Kyari was to lose a rank, to be demoted to Assistant Commissioner of Police, from DCP to ACP. That was the ruling of them. Because on investigation again, we learned that Abba Kyari parted away with millions of naira to the committee. That is to tell you how corrupt the system is. Because if somebody that was indicted for a magnitude of being in relationship with a known fraudster, a known war fraudster like Hush Puppy, and you are now come to say you are now demoting him from DCP to ACP. That is absurd. I know as a lawyer you may not agree with me that he bribed the committee, but I'm telling you as an investigative journalist, through our own investigative journalism, that Abba Kyari bribed the committee with several millions of naira to get that soft landing. But as fate will have it, as they were releasing that report of demotion from DCP to ACP, that very week, the issue of the cocaine saga came up. And that was where they burnt their finger.
That is what I noted earlier that there is a suspicion, there was a suspicion that it is not impossible that the high hierarchy, the high command of the police have been trying to protect one of his own. But I think today, Ebonike's report is the only advisory to the highest authority, the approving or disapproving authority ultimately. So, and the storyline has now changed from that of Oshpopi involvement to drug crimes, which again has international dimension.
Yes.
That's what we want. So Nigeria is a signatory to many conventions and treaties bordering on drug issues. You recall that it was from Nigeria airport, that Mohammed airport, that this man, the motor dealer in Lagos, was taken away. I'm forgetting his name now. Now they to motors.
Yeah.
Over drug offenses. So it is not a thing that we have not heard of. Like I said, I may not be too surprised if by tomorrow Abba Kyari is not arraigned. If possibly the arraignment may be shifted maybe to Tuesday on Wednesday. It's not impossible. I'm not saying this. I'm just guessing. Maybe that will allow the police hierarchy to take a final decision on the status of Abba Kyari before it's made. Because of course, the NDLEA, the police, all of them they are all security agencies. They are the interagency relationships and they are the interagency rivalries and the rest. But we expect that there should be interagency cooperation between the two agencies now, such that before NDLEA takes Mr. Kyari to court, the status of Mr. Kyari would have been defined to finality, by the Police Service Commission and the police hierarchy. Of course, the office of the IGP. So we expect a lot to happen between now, and tomorrow, and possibly after, so we expect a lot to happen. Again, Mr. Kyari has been presented with this lifelong opportunity to put his enemies to shame, particularly as regards the public.
And he now put himself to shame.
by going on a free flight to the US, going on a free flight, free accommodation, like you said, he's going to have everything free to himself. And don't forget, the FBI and other police organizations in the more advanced countries are not like they don't operate the way we operate around here in Nigeria. In Nigeria, we arrest first before we investigate. By the time he gets to America, the facts will be placed, hard facts will have been placed before him.
Of course.
The transaction, the wirings will have been placed before. It's just for him to be confronted with those evidences and for him now to explain what business he has with Mr. Oshpopi.
Exactly.
How a police officer becomes a fashion
tailor, designer.
How he become Gucci or became whoever,
Cabin clean.
Yeah, how he became cabin clean or any other high class designer. So there are a lot of explanations we have to offer to the FBI. Mr. James and the rest of them could not, the Nigerian justice system could not deal with them. But by the time they went elsewhere, they were the justice that
they got justice.
They
got justice.
They got justice. So we expect that Mr. Kyari should be in the hurry. He should be in the hurry.
Barrister, let me ask you this question as a lawyer of repute. Which one do you think will favor him most? To go to the US and being jailed, sentence for that offense of hush puppy, or to stay behind here for this drug and being jailed? Which one do you think is more favorable to him? Because now he's in between the two deep seas.
I will not want to preempt ongoing judicial processes.
Okay.
But like I said, he has the opportunity of proving his innocence. You know, not proving, of asserting his innocence on two fronts now. On the international front, by going to the US and letting the US know that they've accused him wrongly. You know, and by the time he goes to the US, I don't know. I'm not even going to pronounce him innocent or guilty. Should he, in the event that he's innocent, he will be on the flight back to Nigeria to come and answer the case. Another trial is waiting for him here. Okay? In the event of him being convicted, if conviction stand there, the NDA is a juristic person that exists in perpetuity. The charges are still waiting for him here too.
Okay.
So either side, he has the right, he has the opportunity, you know, to put his enemies to shame, like I said.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Barrister. Let us go out of Abba Kyari's case now. We want to use the opportunity, being with you as a lawyer, Chief Rahman Adedoyin. You remember him, the Ife saga where Adegogo died. The case has been transferred. Yeah, the case has been transferred from Abuja back to Osun State, where the incident happened, and this was due to the request of from our legal luminary Savannah, SAN. He insisted that their case should be answered in Osun State, where the incident happened, because it seems that Adedoyin was getting some treatment, some preferential treatment in Abuja, from VIP treatment, because we saw that where his jeep came to pick him from the court premises, he even had the audacity to even start insulting the brother of the deceased. No matter what, I felt Adedoyin have no local standing, has no right, or he doesn't have that mind. He should not have that mind to even exchange words, not to the extent of insulting the brother of this deceased. Even if Adedoyin is not the killer, for the fact that the deceased died in his hotel is enough to have to send a remorse for this man. But when we saw the clip from here, he was insulting the brother to the deceased, that he too will die a bad death. So, and because he was trouble driven, he was so comfortable in Abuja. But now we are happy that he has been carried back to Osun State, where Femi Falana, SAN, is now taking charge of the case. Why was he charged in the first place in Abuja, knowing fully well that the case was not even from the incident not in Abuja? I don't know. You are a lawyer. We want to know what is the implication now that the case has gone back to Osun.
Thank you. Let's set the record straight. Mr. Rahman Adedoyin has been now suspended Maye of Ife, and the proprietor of one university in Osun State.
Oduduwa University.
Yes, the story needs not to be told again. That a gentleman, a master's student of OAB Ife, pushed up in his hotel, and ultimately the following day the man was nowhere to be found. And initially there was a series of denial. Oh, he did not stay here. We did not even know him. Even Adedoyin himself and the staff were insisting that the man was not known to them. Until eventually, when the police wanted to do their job, they were able to do it, and they were able to discover that the man did not only die there, but that his body was buried in the shallow grave by Mr. Adedoyin's staff and son, who is now on the run.
At large, yeah.
Who the Nigerian police has found it impossible
to arrest.
The Nigerian security police who were able to intercept Nnamdi Kanu, have been unable
to intercept this boy.
To intercept Abakiari's son. Be that as it may, when the case was originated, the man was detained and was taken to the 4th CID in Abuja, the police 4th CID. And you know, the police, there is a limit to which they can detain somebody in their detention camp. And so the best they could do was to approach the court to get another of court, you know, to have him detained for a longer while investigation proceeded. And now, the proper place, the appropriate forum for the case to be heard in the first place would be the Osun State High Court. You know, because it's not because you know in Abuja, I think the court only sat, you know, for the purpose of a remand proceedings. You know, so now the landed senior advocate of Nigeria, Savannah and SAN, wrote to the landed attorney general of the Federation and the police, and they were able to do the right thing, you know, by transferring the case to the scene of the crime, the court that ordinarily has jurisdiction, you know, to hear the case in the Osun State High Court. Yeah. Because, like you said, many of us felt not too comfortable seeing a man who has been alleged of such a crime of such magnitude being accorded what Dr. Rubin has called the jollof rice treatment, red carpet treatment by the police. You know, and but now he's already back home in Osun State, and we heard that in no time, prosecution will open its case, and the Nigerian security agencies, the police, and the rest of them will do well to help us locate where his son is on the face of this earth. He needs to be in court to also clear his name the same way Savannah, who we also had, like you said, was not just abusing by saying that the brother of the late Adebo would die. That to me was more than an abuse. It was a threat to his life. I'm telling you, yeah. I expect that a petition ought to have been generated, you know, and representatives of the police, you know, for other allegations except to be investigated. Yeah. If a person who has just been bereaved, who has lost his brother in the most callous of circumstances, can again be threatened by the person in whose premises that dastardly act took place, can still be straight, can still be promising that young man that was going to die shamefully. That to me was more than abuse. It was a threat to his life. And I expect that apart from the ongoing proceedings in court, that again should form another proceeding. That you should tell them in what manner is he going to die shameful death. Is he going to die the way his brother was murdered? That young man did not die a natural death. No. A young man died. We saw the whole world saw the story of Obi Kubana, how somebody was electrocuted in one of his clubs. Yeah. And what did Obi Kubana do? The next thing he did was to close down his own club by himself and made a report to the police. That shows that he has this already to hide. Yeah, exactly. But by carrying out a clandestine burial of the young man, and denying that he never put up the house, only for the evidence of the transaction of the bank transfer from his account to the account of the receptionist in the hotel to be discovered. So that there are many questions here. Many questions. There are many things. It shows that there are many mysteries that are yet to be unraveled. Yeah. There are many things that Mr. Adedoyin is. That's not the first time people are missing that hotel. That's not the first time people are missing that hotel. I'm sure. And all the societies now are washed with stories of ritual killings and the rest. So this has to be. We know of the case of this one in the Imo State in the late 90s and early maybe 1939, the Otokoto case. That was how a young man said a little boy selling granite was killed right inside the hotel, and a cover-up was almost going to happen until the people of Owerri stood out, set the hotel on fire, and eventually the Otokoto 6 or so of them were headed to death. So we need to see the end of this Adegoke story. Any of us can be another Adegoke. Yeah. Because the young man was pursuing a decent, honest, legitimate life. Only for his life to be cut short. He was not just pursuing a honest life. He patronized this man's hotel, paid his money. He paid to get killed. I mean,
It's callous. It's very, very painful.
It's cannibalistic.
It's very, very painful.
It's cannibalistic. It's absolutely indefensible. So I don't expect such a man to be within the cooperatives, still talking with so much bravado as to be threatening the life of of a person who just lost his brother. It's absolutely a hogwash. It's wicked and it's absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know, was said to have come from Ilefe, which they call the blade of Yoruba land. That is not what Yorubas are known for. It is not.
No. Thank you very much. Actually, we on this issue. We thank the IGP, we thank the AGF for the transfer of the case, because we were following the case bumper to bumper in Abuja, because it's like even the judge the judge has to ban one of a blogger in Ibadan that was airing this whatever, that was giving us the real story of what is happening. What's his name? The guy is in Ibadan. He's a blogger. Yeah. Amzat. He was banned. The judge make a pronouncement that he should not air it on. He should not air anything about it again. I don't know where a freedom of speech. I don't know.
Court proceedings are public proceedings. So I don't know what's special about
he banned the guy. That the guy is that he will jail. That the guy will be jailed if the guy goes ahead in publishing anything about Adedoyin again. And we are waiting for him to come and ban us in Savannah News. Anyway,
report something that is not that is not happening, because a court proceedings is a public proceedings. Mr. Adedoyin is a man. It was after this incident that we discovered that there are a lot of questions about even his personality. The university where he was alleged to have gotten the PhD, the university never existed. There are many things that like Yorubas will say, a lot of things are coming up.
Yeah.
Are coming up about the personality of Rama Adedoyin.
Yeah, we pray that the court in Osun will do the needful at this time, where
the eyes of the world is on this case.
Yeah.
The eyes of the world is on this case.
I pray that the court of Osun will do the needful. Anyway, Barrister Abimbola, thank you very much for your time this Sunday morning for this narrative, and you have given us some insight about the Abba Kyari and Adedoyin's case. Thank you very much, and we are grateful for your time from Savannah News Television. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Yeah, I haven't said that. Now we'll be going back to the studio. Yeah, gentlemen and ladies, you just heard from Barrister Abimbola on the issue of Abba Kyari extradition and that of his narcotic charges with federal government and stroke NDLEA in Nigeria. Which one comes first? He is to appear tomorrow, Monday, in court. We hope he appear. Is he appearing as a police officer or is appearing as Mr. Abba Kyari? The normal thing that ought to be done according to the law is for Abba Kyari ought to have been dismissed from the police by now, so that he will not be appearing as a police officer rather than a dismissed police officer in front of the judge. But we will know, because clock is clicking and the time is fast approaching. In a few hours from now, the High Court, I think it's FHC, Federal High Court 8, because our correspondence is already in Abuja, in Federal High Court 8, to catch a glimpse of this super corps, because it's a celebrated case. It's a celebrated case. I want to know the beginning, and we'll follow it bumper to bumper to the end. We want to know how is extradition, how possible it is for a man who is facing 8 count charges for cocaine deal. Having said that, we go back now to our news review. You know, remember we were on that news review when I have to bring in um, Barrister Abimbola. And still on the Vanguard newspaper, IPO, we have recovered plot of abduct, repatriate top Biafran agitators abroad. We have uncovered plot to abduct, repatriate top Biafran agitators abroad. That is coming from IPOP. Fuel scarcity, probe spending on refineries or face legal action. Sarah tells Buhari. National Union of Road Transport Workers members seek Sanwo-Olu intervention to stop MC Oluomo's plans. This MC Oluomo is becoming, I don't know, a menace in that state. He's now a lord on his own. Still on the Vanguard, APC convention, Senator Sani Musa intensifies consultations with stakeholders and party leaders. I'm not against your governor's ambition, John Kante tells DSK. You can get that in the Vanguard newspaper. Gender equality in Nigeria, women's mistakes is still in the Vanguard too. You can get that in the Vanguard. BRT passengers disappearance, police snap 2 asks for public help. We have to get that. It's one of the top stories. Police have nabbed 2 people in relation to the missing 22 years old lady. Let us go into that details. The Lagos Police Command has arrested two suspects over the abduction of 22-year-old fashion designer Ayanwole Oluwabamise, who went missing after boarding a bus operated by Lagos Bus Service Limited, popularly called BRT. Confirming the arrest, the police public relations officer, CSP Adekunle Ajisebutu, said as soon as the report got to the police, to ensure speedy and diligent investigation, the Commissioner of Police, Abiodun Alabi, immediately directed the State Criminal Investigation Department, PANTI, to take over the case. In the course of ongoing investigation, 2 suspects have been arrested and currently helping in our investigation. We want to know the people that were arrested. How she disappeared. Olubamise whereabouts has been unknown since she boarded the BRT bus at the Chevron area of Lekki to en route to Oshodi on February 25th. Oh my God. February 25th, that's about almost more than a week ago. Vanguard gathered at the Ekiti State indigene, who is over 5 feet tall, dark in complexion, and speak Yoruba and English language, boarded the bus at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. at night? Oh, really? She became apprehensive when the yet to be identified driver told her to sit at one of the back seats. According to the Insuda name withheld, Bamishe, who became uncomfortable, sent out voice notes and a short clip to express her concern to one of her friends. On her way home, the driver picked 2 men and a woman. This made her calm down a bit. Then she told us she would alight at Oronshoki. We called her and noticed something was unusual about the way she was talking. We tried to reach out to her again, but her phone was unreachable. Then we waited a bit, thinking it was probably due to a low battery, only for her parents to contact us on Sunday that Bamishe wasn't home yet, and since then we have been at the Oshodi BRT Terminal 3. We were told to sit and wait for the driver to come, but the driver did not show up. the relative added. It will be recalled that it was the series of voice notes exchanged between Bamiche and a friend, which was shared on social media. She was heard telling the friend of Yoruba that the bus stopped to pick but did not pick other passengers. Sensing danger, she said to have made a short video showing the shirt of a driver and what looked like the vehicle number. Below is the is the video of her mother and relatives identifying the bus she last boarded. We showed that to you yesterday on our news review. Things are happening. We have to be very careful in that country. Things are happening. Well, from that news now, we move on to another news here from the same Vanguard. And Ukraine invasion. Federal government evacuates third batch of Nigerians from Hungary. And also in that Vanguard again, another one. Russia and Ukraine to negotiate ceasefire on Monday. That is tomorrow. Let's see how that will work out again. We hope that Putin will obey the ceasefire. From that end now, we now move to the Guardian. States face bankruptcy over 3 trillion subsidy debts. They say the nation is going to face another bankruptcy. Well, let's see how it is. 2023, many aspirants should have been in jail. That is coming from Obasanjo. Saudi Arabia lifts travel ban on Nigerian 16 others. Federal government to tackle brain drain in health sector. That is coming from Mamora. Lone accident claim 2 lives. Injure 8 on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. That happened yesterday. Nigerians in South Africa ask President Ramaphosa for protection. That is serious. They're asking him for protection, and I think the president of South Africa will oblige immediately, because before the shouting of our Nigerian brothers and sisters in South Africa, which means they have seen a sign of another what is it called? Is this xenophobia or what they call it? Please, we will not accept that again to happen in South Africa to our brothers and sisters in that country. The president should be proactive right now to safeguard our brothers and sisters who are in South Africa. I haven't said that we are coming to the end of this morning news review from Savannah News Television and discussion with our guest this morning, Barrister Abimbola, who extensively talked about the Abba Kyari and Ramon Adedoyin's issue extensively. From here, I will say good morning, and it's exactly 7 a.m. Toronto time. I will say good morning from here to my viewers. Thank you and God bless.
Like and subscribe to our page on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Savannah News TV. Tune in and watch Savannah News TV. We are live. Savannah News TV. We create awareness about happenings in Africa. Savannah News TV. We are distinct, we are focused, we deliver top-notch news in Savannah News TV. Equitable reporting without fear or favor. Savannah News TV. To set positive change for us and our environment is our aim. Savannah News TV. and subscribe to our page on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter at Savannah News TV.
Yes, actually, we are closing. Before I close today, I'm sorry, I'm supposed to um, um, remember a gentleman that died here in Toronto, and it's with deep heart. I am announcing that death took away my lawyer, um, my lawyer, Barrister Lawrence Michael Cohen. I just heard the news and it's painful. He is our lawyer. He is my family lawyer here in Canada. Since we came into this country, he has handled our case, for our immigration case, and that of my other friends. He's a good lawyer, and the gentleman died just a few days ago. I'm just hearing about it. He died of cancer. That is Barrister Lawrence Michael Cohen. May his gentle soul continue to rest in perfect peace. There is no way, there is no how I will write the biography of my family in Canada without mentioning Barrister Lawrence Michael Cohen. He tried for us having our stay in Canada was all through him. We got our papers through this man. He's just 58. He battled with cancer, and at the end of the day, he gave up the ghost. And may God continue to comfort the wife and the children he left behind. He was a very great man. Lawrence Cohen was a very great man. He's a very great man. I don't. In fact, I'm short of words. That is his picture there. That is Lawrence Michael Cohen. He's a sound lawyer. There is no how I can mention my biography in Canada without mentioning this man's name. He really stood by us, and he did the needful for us getting our stay, our papers here in Canada. Both myself, my family, and my other friends, like the likes of the family of the Amos, we all went through this man, and he really tried for us. May his gentle soul continue to rest in perfect peace. He's going to be buried on Monday. Definitely we'll go there to pay our last respect. May his soul continue to rest in perfect peace. Good morning from here. Bye.